College football is back, and so is Steve Merrill of Wager Talk here at the Voice of College Football. Steve and I have partnered now for 7 seasons, and Steve analyzes all the big games for us and breaks them down, but catches complete work at Wager Talk. Steve, we've got a good one here, Ohio State and Texas. Depending on your poll, Ohio State number 2 or number 3 in the country. If you want to go with the coaches poll, it's a 1-2 matchup, a rare thing in college football. And the number 1 team in the nation on the road is a 1-point underdog. 2 inexperienced quarterbacks to a certain extent, but Ohio State really, with Julian saying, an inexperienced situation where he hasn't even stepped on the field against a good team in a meaningful situation. Arch Manning was kind of that change up to Quinn Ewers, where he wasn't asked to throw the ball against the good teams in the big games, but at least he was on the field as kind of a change-up runner in short yardage situations. So again, the Buckeyes and the Longhorns, of course, the last time Texas was on the field was against Ohio State in the college football semifinal, losing by 2 touchdowns, and Ohio State capped it off with the national championship win.
Yeah, I mean, we have week 0. We have Thursday and Friday games. Otherwise, this literally would have been the first college football game of the season, noon Eastern on Saturday in week 1. And it's hard to imagine there's going to be a bigger game than this. And you stole my thoughts as well about the coaches poll. Everyone thinks it's a 1-3 matchup, but like you said, Mark, it's 1-2 in the coaches poll. In fact, Ohio State's getting 20 first place votes, Texas 28. They're basically a 1.5 in the coaches poll. So this are probably the 2 best teams in the country. I thought they were maybe the 2 best teams at the end of last year. Ohio State deserved to win it. Texas was as strong as anybody down the stretch also. And it's interesting because on the surface, Manning's the more experienced backup quarterback, like you said. But then again, this is a hostile road environment, early kickoff. So I think it kind of negates things. I really call the quarterback situation a wash. I think Ohio State overall is the deeper team. Even though they lost all that talent to the NFL, they're just in a situation now where they do reload. So I don't worry as much about returning starters or production with a team like Ohio State. And Texas is probably in that same category. There's only maybe 5-6 teams in the nation where you can say they can just reload and you really don't have to worry about looking at what they lost the previous season. I run 10,000 simulations every week for every FBS game on the board. And I was surprised to see how much Ohio State came ahead in this one. My simulation has Ohio State winning by over 8.5 points on average. So there is some line value here with the Buckeyes. And ding, ding, red flag alert, public underdog in this game. I talk a lot about this in my NFL Fade the Public video. The public's usually on favorites. They're usually on the over. So whenever a public is on the dog, it always catches my attention. And I love fading public dogs, not only because they're rare, but also because you're getting a quality team. You know, a lot of times when you're fading the public, everyone's on the obvious team and you're going to back a bad, ugly horse. That's not the case here. You're getting a great team in Ohio State. Fading the public because everyone, once again, sees Arch Manning. They see number 1 ranking, getting points. How can that be? Well, Texas opened as a 3-point dog this summer. Even earlier this week, it was 1.5, 2. And now as we head into Friday, it's 1. This game might go off as a pick'em when all is said and done on Saturday. Buckeyes in a straight-up win situation on that home field. I like Ohio State here, and surprisingly, I actually think we get some value. They might be the better overall team.
Here's the assignment, folks. Number 1, you go around to all the various team channels here at the Voice of College Football and check out Steve's analysis on all the major games with us. Number 2, Steve's Under the Radar selection, exclusive here at the Voice of College Football for you premium members on Patreon and on the main YouTube channel. And point number 3, you got to catch Steve's complete work at wagertalk.com. That's wagertalk.com with Steve. And Steve, again, here we are diving into another college football season together for a 7th year. So we appreciate you being here.
I'd love to be here. Thanks, Mark.